It is my distinct honor and privilege to present this commemorative Murillo Velarde 1734 map to CSIS, a token of appreciation from the Filipino people to an institution that has long been a guiding force in global affairs. This map, formerly known as the Carta Hydrographica y Chorographica de las Yslas Filipinas, is not just an artifact. It is a historical and geopolitical landmark. It was created by Father Pedro Murillo Velarde, a Jesuit priest, and cartographers and engraver by Filipino artisans, Francisco Suarez and Nicolas de la Cruz Bagay. It is considered the first scientific map of the Philippines. Beyond its geographical precision, it offers a window into the life, culture, and identity of the archipelago through the vignettes as designated in the map. The story of the map, or the story of how this map returned to the Filipino people, is one that I hold dear. In 2014, my uncle, Mel Velasco Velarde, chairman of the NOW Group and the Asian Institute of Journalism and Communication, acquired the 300-year-old map through an auction at Sotheby's in London. Recognizing its historical and legal significance, he donated it to the Philippine government, where it became one of the key pieces of evidence submitted to the UNCLOS in the Philippines' case against China. Of course, you all know, in 2016, this case resulted in a landmark victory, affirming our sovereign rights. Today, the original map is on permanent display at the National Library of the Philippines, a testament to our nation's resilience and commitment to upholding international law. But the deeper story of this map is not just about ownership, it is about purpose. In 2019, I had the privilege of meeting Professor Valeriano Sanchez Ramos, a living descendant of Father Murillo Velarde in Almeria, Spain. So from Manila, we went all the way to Almeria, Spain, and went to Laujar de Anderax, the hometown of Murillo Velarde. We were warmly welcomed by the entire city council, including the city mayor of Laujar. A year later, they visited Manila and forged a twin city agreement with the city of Antipolo, which is about 40 miles away from the capital, and is believed where Father Murillo Velarde resided for a couple of years. The goal was to strengthen bonds of friendship and shared heritage. As a tribute to Murillo Velarde's enduring legacy, the city of Laujar inaugurated the official Hispanic Filipino Cultural Center and the Pedro Murillo Velarde Interpretation Center, honoring his contributions to culture, scholarship, and the pursuit of freedom, values that continue to inspire across centuries and borders. Like his ancestor, Valeriano is like a scholar, a refined man of intellect and dignity. He described Father Murillo Velarde as a lighthouse for the Indios. Indios was the term called by the Spaniards during the Spanish era with regard to the Filipinos. A man dedicated to education and enlightenment. From my conversation with Professor Valeriano, I learned that when Father Murillo Velarde was summoned back to Spain, he departed the islands of the Philippines with profound sorrow and with a heavy heart. Father Murillo was not merely a cartographer mapping lands. He was a visionary who saw beyond borders and empires, beyond politics and power. His true devotion lay with the Filipino people. He understood that maps were more than geographic tools. They were instruments of knowledge, identity, and aspiration. Through his work, he sought not just to chart territories, but to illuminate ideas, cultivate understanding, and empower a nation. In many ways, I think CSIS serves a similar role today. Just as Murillo Velarde charted the seas and the lands of the islands of the Philippines, CSIS charts the complex waters of geopolitics and international affairs. Your research, analysis, and commitment to advancing strategic thought illuminate the pathways for policymakers, businesses, and civil society alike in an era where misinformation and uncertainty can cloud judgment. CSIS stands as a lighthouse, offering clarity, direction, and above all, wisdom. I am personally drawn to the depth of insight and research that you provide on global security, economics, international trade, and the evolving dynamics of the Indo-Pacific. Like Father Murillo Velarde's map, your work helps nations and businesses, civil society navigate both opportunity and peril, ensuring that the principles of a free and open Indo-Pacific, freedom of navigation, and international cooperation remain steadfast. The fight to protect us against foreign adversaries in the field of cyber and telecoms is one that my organization, the NOW Group and the AIJC, are deeply engaged in. Through our work in advancing trusted digital infrastructure, we seek to counter foreign adversaries that threaten national security. We recognize the urgent need to fortify our networks and safeguard critical infrastructure. The battle is no longer fought solely on land or sea. It extends into cyberspace, telecommunications, and information warfare. Thus, we launched the Trusted Network Alliance, which we hope to continue working alongside with like-minded organizations like CSIS. By building secure, resilient, and trusted networks, we ensure that nations in the Indo-Pacific are not left vulnerable to cyber coercion. This effort aligns with what CSIS advocates, the defense of sovereignty and the strengthening of alliances. It is in the spirit of these shared values that we present, on behalf of Mr. Velarde, my uncle, this commemorative map today to CSIS. Just as Murillo Velarde's map once chartered the identity and aspirations of a young nation like the Philippines, CSIS continues to illuminate the path forward in an era of shifting geopolitics and emerging challenges. May this map stand as more than just a historical artifact. It is a symbol of our enduring commitment to truth, sovereignty, and strategic alliance. It represents the power of knowledge to shape destinies, the strength of alliances to uphold stability, and the unwavering belief that a future built on trust and shared purpose will always prevail. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for honoring us, Dr. Hamre. I'd like to honor you with this map.
Well, this is